and welcome to Kamitian Field in Holliston, Massachusetts on Thursday, November 28th for SportView's award-winning production of Holliston Panther Football 2019. It's found only on HCAT TV. This morning, the Panthers face the Westwood Wolverines on Thanksgiving for the 47th straight year. My name is Tom Emmons, and alongside is my co-host, the legend, Jay Wyman. Jay, Holliston had a big game to swallow on Friday night. Can the Panthers feast on Wolverines on short rest this morning?
I think you're going to see that, Tom. In fact, I would be very surprised today if you don't see Holliston come out here and just really put it to Westwood. I think, I don't make predictions on TV or anything like that, but you see all the seniors out there today from both teams as captains. But I think you're going to see Holliston come out and really play their game. I think they were a little bit, they were a little bit let down from what happened in Concord Carlisle there against Swampscott. But be that as it may, this is Thanksgiving. This is a great tradition for everybody. This is the game that, you have Super Bowls and you have playoffs, you have all of that. But Thanksgiving is the game where everybody wants to come out. For these kids, it's their last game. I think you're going to see Holliston come out and really, explode on offense. And that defense, which has just been really unreal all year long, I think you're going to see them bottle up Westwood like they did in the first game.
Holliston comes into this game with a record of 9-2, averaging 35 points a game, giving up just 13 on the defense. Their head coach is Todd Kiley in his 17th season with the Panthers. His record, 147 wins against just 45 losses. The Westwood Wolverines are 3-7, averaging 16 points a game, giving up 28. Their head coach is Brad Pendell in his third season. His record, 10-22.
Well, you see today, of course, you have Holliston has the. Let's see, get the reading here. It's who's receiving. Holliston's receiving. It looks like. They won the toss and receive. One quick thing, though, too, is we want to also focus on the Holliston special teams today because those Holliston special teams have just been unbelievable, giving Holliston some good field position and some scoring opportunities.
We'll be back with the opening kickoff in just a moment. And now HCAT's onboard computer, Carlos Canto, with Los's pregame lowdown.
Thanks, Tom, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. These two teams, Holliston and Westwood, last played earlier in the season, back in week 5 of the regular season. Panthers came away with a dominant 34-0 victory over the Wolverines. Two players playing in their last game today really had breakout performances. Quarterback Matt Arvanitis, 152 yards passing, 2 touchdowns through the air, and 1 touchdown on the ground. And then Dylan Ibbenson getting it done on defense. 8 tackles, 2 of them for loss, including 1 sack. So we'll see what other seniors will be stepping up today on Senior Day, playing in their last game ever for the Holliston Panthers.
Thank you, Los. No weather report.
I can give you a weather report.
All right. We've got a bit of a wind.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. It's 42 degrees. There was rain in the area earlier in the morning, but that's given way to really mild conditions right now. A little breezy, but 42 degrees, perfect weather on Thanksgiving morning for some football.
Thank you, Los.
Every weather is perfect weather on Thanksgiving morning for football. Doesn't matter what it is. So we're going to talk a little bit today about this special team, a little bit later on, some of the records that we have going here. But 2 of the best, Ken Dunn sent along these stats since 2013. Mitch Gimlet and did it again, and Christian Schneelock, 2 of the best return men probably in the history of Holliston High School football.
And I think Zach Elkinson might, and Nick
Athley
Athley might have something to say about that.
That's what I'm saying. There's probably 4 or 5.
Dan Barone?
Dan Barone is in that.
Kevin.
Spencer Aronson, and we've seen a lot of them. We've seen a lot of great ones. But
they weren't keeping stats. Kevin, I'm going to get it. Back 10, 2009.
2009, wow.
I'm going to think of that one. Well, Schneelock and Gimlet back to receive the kick, but it comes up short. Ibbotson takes it at the 30 and pushes forward to the 45, where the Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
Good field position there for the senior. Get his guys going a little bit. You know, we talked a lot about the seniors. Saw the seniors just so everybody knows. The senior captains this year are Mitch Gimlett, Dylan Ibbotson, Matt Avanitis, Ryan Burchard, and Connor Mulvaney.
Honoring 18 seniors for the Panthers this year. Panthers come off the sideline, right to the line of scrimmage. Topher Ryan out there.
Well, that's
with Mitch Gimblett to his right, to the right of Arvanitis. And is caught by Topher Ryan for a 1st down.
Now that may be all we see of Topher. Topher was, he got hurt in that Swampscott game, and you know, Topher's the punter. He's also the tight end, but he's also that go-to receiver that Holliston had whenever Matt Avanitis got in trouble. He looked for Topher Ryan. So it's probably going to be his last play as a senior. Of course, he's a great basketball player, too, so we'll be seeing him on the basketball court.
9 yards on the reception for Topher.
On his career, that's 50 catches, and that catch puts him over the 1,000-yard mark. Handoff to Gimblett, left side. He scampers out of bounds. Back to Topher Ryan. So that's his 50th catch as a Panther. He came in with 997 yards, an 10-yard catch, so 1,007 yards in his Panther career and 10 touchdowns. A great career by number 2, Topher Ryan.
And nicely done to get by the coaching staff to let him get those numbers.
Fake to Benson. Arvanitis looked for Gary, but he was covered.
Just reminding us that was the 50th catch in Topher Ryan's career.
And that put, let's see, I had Topher is 4th behind Chris Valiant, Christian Baker, and Zach Elkinson as the leading receiver for the Panthers all time. 2nd down, handoff to Benson.
Tristan Benson, gain of about 7.
Yeah, a little mix up there in the backfield, but they were able to take care of it okay. They, once again, talk a little bit about the offensive line today, too. That line has really been special this year. They've done a number on a lot of teams.
Great to see number 77, Chris O'Connell, back out there for senior day. 3rd and 3 for the Panthers. Arvanitis fires to his right, connects to Gimblett. Another Panther 1st down inside the 20-yard line. Your offensive line, number 70, Robert Payne, number 74, Patrick Griffith, number 55, Zach Athey, number 54, Ryan Burchard.
Well, those first 3 names you called out are going to be back next year to give Holliston a lot of strength in our offensive line again.
Handoff to Benson. He bounces off a couple of tackles and moves forward for a few yards.
Calling a gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Speaking of Tristan Benson, he had a monster game a few weeks ago when they last played Westwood, 151 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the ground.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Panthers. They're in the red zone. Christian Sneelak to the left. Handoff to Benson. Keeps his feet, but he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they hurry up. Holliston's hurrying up now. 3rd and about, 8? Short 8 maybe?
Gimblett and Radcliffe to the right. Arvanitis looks right, away from the rush. Oh, he's taken down. So that's going to bring up 4th and long for the Panthers.
With the sack.
Number 52 from Westwood just made 2 really great plays in a row. It got tackled Trista Benson for almost no gain and then got the sack on Arvanitis.
Well, you know, they're excited too. A lot of them, it's their last game, and this is a big rivalry for them. And, you know, they've had a year that's been a little down as far as Westwood is normally concerned. They're normally a really successful team, and they want to come out, these seniors for their team want to come out and prove a point too.
So 4th and 14 for the Panthers. 8 minutes left in the first quarter, no score. Arvanitis looks deep, down the middle, incomplete. And so the Panthers turn it over on downs in their first offensive drive.
It looked like Matt lofted that a little bit, and I think that got caught up in the wind a little bit. It kind of slowed it down and just kind of floated. So now we come with this defense, and this defense, Tom, has really been special this year. They've really done a spectacular job, and you know, they start out with those linemen up front. They've gotten sacks, and they've controlled the line of scrimmage, and then you got the great linebackers, and the defensive backs are they're just stocked. This whole team is really a special defense this year.
Number 3, the senior quarterback, Jake Flaff.
Nothing there.
Quick handoff to number 34, Colin Fay. That's stopped for no gain. Up front for the Panthers, number 9, Tim Aylward, number 56, Ryan Cahill, number 55, Zach Athy, number 51, David Harding. Your linebackers are Connor Mulvaney and Kevin Lyons. 2nd down and 10, Flaff goes deep. Looking for Daniele, covered by Christian Schneelock.
Nice coverage by Christian, and the quarterback, Pfaff, didn't have a lot of time there because David Harding and the boys were putting a lot of pressure on him.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Sean Keese is the other cornerback. Brian Gary, number 5, and Ryan Stanwood, number 16, are your safeties. Dylan Ibbotson and Mitchell Gimblett out there. Panthers going with a dime defense. Or Flaff throws complete. Connects with Mahoney for a 1st down.
Wow, you give Pfaff a lot of credit on that. He was rocked. I mean, he was really hit hard, and he knew it was coming. He was coming right in his face, and he was able to get the ball off and get the pass away for the 1st down. But what pressure he got from the Holliston defensive line.
Pfaff's got 9 touchdown passes on the season. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Handoff to Fay. Again, no gain.
You know, already what we're seeing today, Tom, is Coach Athy, the defensive coach for Holliston, is these guys are jacked up, and he's letting them go. He's letting them be aggressive.
Top tackler for the Panthers is number 32, Kevin Lyons, with 65 tackles on the season, 4 sacks. Number 2 is Tim Aylward with 59 tackles and 7 sacks. 2nd down and 10. Quick pass over the middle, but Dylan Ibbotson knocks it away.
Great defense by Ibbotson there, just sticking his hand in there and breaking that pass up. But once again, Pfaff's been under some pressure, and he did have that one pass for a 1st down, but right now Holliston just keeps coming and coming, and they're coming full steam. And this is a fast team. This is a really fast defense, Tom, in Los. These guys are flying all over the field.
Dylan Ibbotson with 38 tackles, 6 for loss, and 4 sacks on the season. And an interception as well. 3rd and 10 for the Wolverines. Here come the Panthers. Pfaff lets it go early, but it's incomplete.
Big pressure from Dylan Ibbotson on that last play.
Yeah, that's right. Dylan really came around that corner. I mean, they're just absolutely flying, and it's like, you know, Westwood's trying to pick these guys up, but they're having a tough time doing it. And Pfaff's only getting 1 or 2 steps back before he has to let go of the ball. Great job by the defense.
Ibbotson had a pass breakup on the previous play, and then he came in with pressure to break up the next pass.
See, and that shows how, you know, how adaptable they are. They can handle any situation.
Punt away. It's going to come up short.
They'll touch it down at about the 37, where the Panthers will start.
So the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
5:49 left to go in the first quarter here on Thanksgiving Day, and no score.
Senior Day.
A lot of seniors. Jack Harper did a nice job introducing the senior class and the football players, and of course the 2 cheerleaders. And this, these 2 classes, this senior and junior class, has been kind of a, let's see if this is a big word, a confluence of
that is a big
of
word.
Talent. A confluence of talents getting in, and these guys it came together, and because of that, because of all the talent on there, they were able to go so deep into the playoffs.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. 2 receivers stacked to both sides of the formation. Benson to his Arvanitis' right. Hits Gary out in the flat. Brian Gary forward for a gain of 6.
Nice job by Brian. Brian came out, caught the ball, give a little fake to the right, and the D-backs went to the right, and he was able to pick up a few more yards. Hurry up offense. Holliston back in.
That was Brian Gary's 13th catch on the season. Arvanitis again to Gary, number 14, and a Panther first down as they cross midfield.
Brian's had a heck of the year offensively and defensively, but he really broke out in that Hopkinton game where he had the 3 scores 3 different ways.
Arvanitis looks, pump fakes, goes deep to Gimblett. Incomplete.
Holliston in this hurry up. I like this. A lot of action quick in the game here.
Means we've got to be quick on our feet.
That's not happening. Maybe Carlos can be.
2nd down and 10 for the Panthers as they look into Coach Kiley for the signal. Gary and Schneelock to the left, Gimblett to the right, Benson in the lone back. There's a handoff to Benson.
Oh.
Picks up a couple of yards.
Right up in the middle of that offensive line.
See, they gave him a gun. So 3rd down and 7 for the Panthers.
And I'm guessing they're in 2-down territory here. Get all 4 downs in.
Yeah, this side of the 50 for sure. Gimblett in motion. Fake to him. Arvanitis puts it on the ground as they completely had Benson on that screen pass covered.
Well, they're loaded and they're coming too, and I don't know, maybe they got films of the Swampscott game, but this Westwood team is really, they're sending everybody too. Now the thing is, when you do that, a lot of times if you send a couple of receivers deep and all those guys come after you, that opens up a lot in the middle of the field.
Well, they always say that beating a team for the 2nd time in a season is the hardest thing to do.
Like
we've got a timeout on the field, Holliston, so we'll take a quick break. All right, 4:14 left in the first quarter. No score. 4th and 7 for the Panthers.
4th and 7.
Gimblett and Radcliffe to the right. Schneelock to the left. Here comes the blitz. Catch by Radcliffe. He's right at the 1st down marker. Let's see how they spot it. And they are saying 1st down Panthers.
Wow. Yeah, I think Teddy, I know he didn't want to go down like that. He had to kind of go down and catch the ball a little bit. They're not moving. They're so fast, they're not even moving the chains yet. Maybe they're going to measure. They're going to measure this?
On Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm sure the Westwood coaching staff is out there looking at it, and they might want a measurement.
Looks like
I mean, yeah,
the
'cause
ball's on.
the ball looks like it's over the hash mark there, and it looks like the orange chain is right on, or maybe right before it. So it certainly looks like it should be. If those hash marks are all even, then that should be a first down. But we'll measure it out.
Coach Spindell taking nothing for granted. A little bit of gamesmanship.
Yeah.
You know, you got to remember, Brad Pendell graduated from Westwood High School in 1989. So he faced Todd Kiley and ruined his Thanksgiving.
Well, we just ruined Coach Pendell's Thanksgiving because it is a first down. 3:57 left to go in the first quarter. No score in this ball game.
So the Panthers will huddle up for the play call. 3:57 left in the first quarter. Now they start the clock.
Just under 4 minutes to go in the first.
Kevin Lyons tight to the left. Pump fake by Arvanitis. He scrambles left. Looking along the sideline for Ratcliffe. That was a out of bounds, incomplete. Whoa, and a little, there we go.
Yeah, there's a little.
There's a flag.
Yeah.
Little John.
Yeah, Matt Arvanitis, give him a little wave over there too.
I just texted with one of my football buddies, you know. He says, "Remember the big fight on Thanksgiving with Westwood?" And I'm like, I don't remember what happened. He says there was a tough tackle out of bounds and bench clearing brawl. I said, well, it was bench clearing, then I must have been involved with it.
You probably started it. You started and took off.
That's right.
Aggravator, you are. Hey, second down. Oh no, first down. That's right, because this will be because of the penalty. This will be a first down.
Moves the Panthers into the red zone inside the 20 again. Let's see if they can't come up with a score this time.
From the 18.
This will probably see Matt roll right here.
Keeps it himself.
Stop.
And Westwood allowing no yard.
John Powers leading the way for Westwood.
Maybe a gain of 1. Second down and 9.
Second and 9, 1 yard gain.
Clock running. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. No score. An interesting game. Westwood came to play today.
Two receivers to Arvanitis' left. Handoff to Benson. He breaks through the line, inside the 5-yard line. And so the Panthers will have first and goal.
Boy, he is so good. He hesitated just for a second, just enough to let that opening come in the offensive line, and he took right off. And he's so powerful. He can drag people with him. Boy, what a good runner.
So first and goal at the 1. 2:16 left in the first quarter. No score. Arvanitis to Benson.
Stop this time. Oh, no, he is.
Touchdown, Panthers!
Only needed a yard and he got it. Holliston leads it.
Well, Tristan Benson, I just told you a minute ago how much power he has, and he's he's so good. He's so fast, so quick. He follows his blocks very well. He's a very disciplined runner in that sense. And from what it seems here, he follows his blocks and waits. He's patient. But boy, when he goes through that hole, he has speed and he has power.
Tristan Benson from 1 yard out puts the Panthers up. Mulvaney's kick is strong and good. So with 2:03 left in the first quarter, the Panthers are on the board with a 7-0 lead here on Thanksgiving morning. Tristan Benson, that was his 33rd touchdown of his Panther career, his 14th of the season. Connor Mulvaney, the number 2 all-time place kicker with extra points, puts number 66 on the board. So the Panthers strike first.
63 yards on the scoring drive from the Panthers.
So now Holliston kicks off. And they've had, again, to talk about the special teams, they've had some really successful, a lot of success, I mean, on these kickoff teams. These kids really, they do kick off a lot. They score a lot, so they kick off a lot. But you watch them, they'll hold their lanes, they'll get down there, they'll go to the ball, and they know how to make a tackle.
Nick Cotting with the kick, and he kicks it away. Taken at the 5-yard line. Good coverage right there. Big hit.
Well, and that's how you make
David
a tackle.
Harding.
Number 51, David Harding.
Special Thanksgiving greeting from David Harding.
Minute 55 left to go in this first quarter. Quarter seems Holliston really playing some really strong defense and some good offense. Defense is back on the field, 7-0, Holliston ahead.
They mark it at the 19. First and 10.
Pfaff in shotgun. Spread formation for Westwood.
Oh, nice
Fake
job.
to Colin Fay, but now he pitches it out. And Holliston all over. They were all over Fay on the fake. They were all over Pfaff on the keeper, and then when he pitched it out, the Panthers were all over that as well.
That
loss on the play.
Holliston, the Holliston defense right there. 2 separate guys hit 2 separate Westwood guys. Incredibly how these guys are really going at it today. This is a great game.
Second down and 13. Pfaff fires complete to Daniele.
Connor Daniels had the reception. Ball to gain of 4. 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers. 47 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 Panthers.
And you wait and see here now. Coach Athey's going to turn this defense loose right here. They'll be coming hard.
High snap. Long pass. Incomplete. Great coverage by Christian Schneelock. That brings up 4th down with 19 seconds to go.
Christian's what I call a shutdown corner. You know, if you're looking for a guy, and you hear about that a lot of times in the pros, but he really is. I mean, he does a nice job covering, and of course sometimes he'll pick the ball off and run it back for a touchdown. But he really does a nice job, and that really helps the that defense when you get a couple guys, your 2 corners who can cover man to man like that. Allows the defensive coaches to do a lot of different things up front with the defense.
He learned everything he knows from his brother AJ.
Yeah, that's right, AJ. Oh,
Westwood punt is away. And no return. It's going to be stopped at the 46-yard line. Kevin Curry was the name I was trying to come up early. That was before they had all-purpose yard stats.
I mean, we have some stats from the year 2013. That's when it started. Now, you go back before then, and of course, there's a lot of great athletes who played. But since that time, the single season total combined return yards. Christian Schneelock leads with 626. In this year, 2019, Zach Elkinson, and had 496 in 2013. Brad Seymour, another name from the past, 2017 had 401 yards, and Mitch Gimlet has 296 yards last year. So there's been a lot of plays, and there's not a lot of return yards for kickoffs. It's mostly for punts.
Fake to Benson, fires over the middle. Incomplete, intended for Gary.
Looked like it was tipped at the line.
And there's 1 second left in the first quarter.
I don't think Gary got a clean shot at it.
7-0 Panthers. Second down and 10. Arvanitis back to throw. Steps up, launches one. Wide open. Incomplete. And that's the end of the first quarter. The Panthers leading Westwood on Thanksgiving Day, 7-0. We'll be back with the second quarter action in just a moment. So 3rd and 10 for the Panthers as we start the second quarter. Gary and Radcliffe to the left, Gimblett to the right. Arvanitis back to throw. Fires, complete. Nice catch by Brian Gary, his 3rd of the day.
Now let's see where they mark this. This is not quite a first down. It'll be 4th and about 2.
From the 38, 4th and 2.
And as you said, Tom, once you get on the other side of the 50, it's 4-down territory for Holliston.
Panthers in spread formation. Arvanitis fires, incomplete, intended for Lions. And for the second time today, they turn it over on downs. So 11-17 left in the first half. Westwood with good field position.
I recall that pass to Kevin Lyons down in Canton. And, the game's still on the line. And
what a call that was.
And,
4th and 18.
Yeah, they call a timeout. And there out of nowhere was Kevin Lyons down the middle. And,
he went blasting up the middle of the field, right down the hash marks. And
Matt hit
Arvanitis put it right on the nose.
I don't think I ever saw the coaching staff as happy as they were on that play. They were jumping up and down, and it was a great play. Whoa.
Hand off to Colin Fay. He's wrapped up by Zach Athey and friends, and Tim Aylward.
Zach Athey shot through that line to make that tackle in the backfield.
The interior of that defensive line is really what makes it tick. And Cahill and Athey down there. Ryan Cahill's had a really, really good year down there. He really has.
Pfaff fires to his left. Caught, but immediately tackled by Stanwood. Short gain.
To get back a little bit to Ryan Cahill, especially when they get in that 3-man line, he's got guys coming at him. I talked about this on one other game from all different angles. Boy, he's tough. He gets in there and he just absorbs those blocks, and every so often he'll get through and make a tackle. But his job is really to make sure that he's taking on those blocks, and he's really done a nice job of that this year.
3rd and 6 for Westwood. Pfaff's going to take it himself. Knocked out of bounds. Right near the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it.
It's going to be short by about a yard.
He's going to be short, and I'm sure they'll go for it here. No reason not to. Athey comes back in now. They got a little size in there. This is where I don't get. Let's see how coaching staff does it over here. When they still in the shotgun, we got 4th and a yard. I would think you'd want to be right up in the center. You know, now you got all that extra yardage you have to make and gives the defense time to make a play and everything. And I'm not quite sure why coaches do that.
They don't want to bunch the box too much, I guess.
Holliston went offside.
Going to be a first down for Westwood.
A lot of cheering over a penalty.
Yeah.
You'll take them any way you can.
So the drive is alive for Westwood as they move into Panther territory for the first time today.
Down from the 48.
9:03, 9:02, 9 minutes left to go in the first half. 7-0 Holliston.
Pfaff pitches it out to Fay. Tries to get around the left side. He does. Nice gain.
Stayed in bounds. Clock keeps running.
We're getting a nice view of the new stands over on the visitor side of the field. We got nice to see that here at Kamitian Field.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 for the Wolverines. They've got 3 receivers to Pfaff's right, 1 split to the left. Pfaff looks to throw, he's under pressure, dances out the back door, fires in and out of the hands of Brian Stanwood. He really jumped that route, and I thought he was going to take it to the yard.
He did jump that route, and that's all he saw was nothing but green plastic in front of him. And, you know,
Nice job by, I think that was Zach Affey that was in there on the
yeah, there were a couple
center rusher, and Cahill. Somebody got a hand on Pfaff. 3rd down and 2. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. High snap, gets it to Fay, but he takes a licking. And a penalty.
Yeah.
Ryan Cahill with the hit.
It's a face mask on Holliston, so that'll be a first down for.
So another penalty sustains the Westwood drive.
You know, you get down there in the piles, and you know, a lot of stuff going on. I don't think it was necessarily a face mask that, you know, like a turn and jerk their head type face mask like you see in the open field.
Westwood's had a lot of trouble with the snap. Empty backfield for Pfaff. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Down the middle. Incomplete.
Yeah,
Flag.
this is probably going to be a hold, would be my guess on Westwood.
That was
where that flag was tossed. Let's see.
look for the call. No, personal foul.
Wow, and Holliston. Wow.
So there's another 15 yards and a 3rd first down.
That's interesting.
So Westwood has moved the ball from their own 37 on 3 penalties. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Ball's marked to the 13-yard line. Pfaff to throw. Complete to Mahoney. Quickly tackled by Ibbotson and Harding.
Short pickup, about 2.5 yards, maybe 3 yards. Clock is running now. There'll be under 7 minutes left to go in the first half when this ball is snapped.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 for Westwood. Westwood still going with the empty backfield. Pfaff's going to throw to the corner. Out of bounds. Incomplete.
Has the coverage in the corner.
So bring up 3rd down and 8 for Westwood.
Wolverines are 1 of 4 on 3rd down so far today.
Yeah, and they've had a couple of those, well, at least the one there on the Holliston went off sides.
Yeah, they were aided by penalties too.
All right, 3 receivers. Trips to Pfaff's right. Looks like Colin Fay is going to stay in the backfield.
They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, we got a timeout on the field, Westwood, and we'll take a quick break. All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for Westwood. Ball on the 10-yard line. 6:42 to go in the first half. 7-0 Holliston. Pfaff to pass. Fires for the corner. Knocked down. Christian Schneelock in coverage.
Well, they came out of that timeout, Westwood timeout, and Holliston came out and they're pressing the receivers. I love when they do that. If you press those receivers, you got a man-to-man, and that gives that defensive line and those linebackers a little bit of time, a little more time to get in and go after the quarterback. So love to see when Holliston comes out and presses like that.
So 4th down and 8 for Westwood.
Big play, 4th and 8 from the 10.
Pfaff to throw, looks to his right, and big rush. Aylward's got him. And a big sack for Holliston as Westwood turns it over on down.
Yeah, Westwood offensively overloaded on their right side with the trips over there. They did leave the one back in, and Holliston had everyone kind of shifted over to that side. But Keast was able to get in and just come in and beat the blocker and get the sack. Nice job by Sean Keast.
Holliston will take over on the 20-yard line. 6:22 left in the first half. Holliston lines up in war. Pitch to Benson. Breaks the right side. And he picks up 8 or 9.
On the first down carry. 2nd and 1.
So 2nd and 1. No play.
Offsides by Westwood, so Holliston will get a first down. So turnabout's fair play there. That's what that hurry up does, you know. It gets guys a little bit thinking about what offense they're covering and timing and everything else.
Pitch to Ibbotson, right side. Nice little gain for number 22. And that puts Dylan Ibbotson over the 1,000-yard mark for his Panther career. He had 996 coming into this game, picked up 4 yards. Pitch to Benson, right side, works his way through, takes a hit, takes another hit, still keeps his feet.
I don't know how he keeps his feet.
It's great balance. Gain of 2 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 3 for Holliston.
Panthers are 1 for 4 on 3rd down so far today.
Inside to Benson.
Wow.
It's going to be a little short.
Quite make
just a little short.
Maybe half a yard.
4th and 1.
No stay in war and go for it, I'm sure. This is a lot of time you see the. Let's see. Let's see. They might have to miss.
They've got a little.
No, if you look at the hash marks, I guess no.
Yeah,
But they stay. This is where in the war offense, a lot of times what you see is the quarterback. In this case, Brian Gary just kind of take the ball and like does that turnaround and then just goes forward with it himself.
Arvanitis has been out there quarterbacking this war set. Well, here, they're going to stretch the chains.
Wow, they just missed. That's just inches.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit more than that.
A couple of chain links. That's it.
Yeah.
Panther offense has eclipsed the century mark. They're at 105 total yards. Westwood with only 24 so far.
You know, it's interesting too, Los, is that, you know, they played, there's 4:34 left to go in the first half here. They played quite a bit, but of course Holliston's also had a short field, so they haven't had been able to make long, like 60 or 70-yard drives, or 70 or 80-yard drives anyway.
Holliston's going for it. Arvanitis is telling him where to go. Pitch to Benson, right side, first down and more. Number 21 pushed out at the 40-yard line.
You hear a lot of times you're watching games on TV and stuff, and you hear these announcers talking about he's got a second gear. You know, it's like, you can see it right there with Christian Benson. He gets that corner really fast, and then boom, he just explodes.
So first down for the Panthers at the 41. Pitch to Ibbotson. He works his way across the 40 to the 37. .356 with the clock running here in the first half. Benson, left side, got some room. Follows his blockers nicely across the 30-yard line. That should be another Panther first down.
Zach Athey out in front there leading the way.
Gimblett out on the right wing. Pitch to Ibbotson.
Nice run, nice run.
Stretches forward to the 20. He's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down.
Out there getting ready to get hit, and he leaves his feet and he dives, and he picked up an extra 2 or 3 yards on the dive.
Second down and 3. Pitch to Ibbotson.
Oh.
He's got enough for the first down.
Such strength by Ibbotson. And the other thing is that, you know, you notice what happens when we go to war is this offensive line just starts to take over and starts to dominate the Westwood defensive line.
To Gimblett, left side. Nobody sees him. Puts down his shoulder at the goal line. Just knocked out of bounds.
I wonder about that. Yeah, it looked like to me that did he hit the pylon down there? But
yeah, I think
not.
he was just short.
We've got an injury on the timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick break.
Just saw the replay, and he is just maybe short of the pylon.
So first and goal for the Panthers. 2:27 to go here in the first half.
You wonder, you know, you get senior day and last game and this and that. You know someone's going to score a touchdown on this. You, coach, who do I give it to? Who do I reward, you know?
Arvanitis to Gimblett. He's in for the touchdown, Panthers!
And I guess who you reward is the guy who got him down there in the first place. Nice run, nice finish. And he had a lot of open space down there because of that offensive line, and they are really playing well now. So a lot of time we don't.
Mitch Gimblett with the score, his 10th of the season, his 11th of his Panther career. Holliston's going to go for 2 here.
Big Zach Athey was in at the fullback blocking position on that, helping clear the way.
Oh, maybe Sean Keast is in there now.
Panthers
Pitch to Gimblett. He slides through for the 2-point conversion. And with 2:17 to go in the first half, the Panthers are up 15-0 over Westwood.
Yeah, I give Coach Perry and that offensive line a lot of credit. That's how you run, you know. And these guys love running, you know, these big linemen. They like running the ball because they get to hit the guy across from them instead of just kind of staying back and waiting for the guy to come across the lane and hit them on a pass play. 2:17 left to go in the first half. Holliston up 15-0.
2:17 to go in the first half.
And that, on that drive, that puts Mitch Gimblett over the 1,000-yard mark for all-purpose yards this season.
Wow.
He had 996 all-purpose yards coming into this game.
And the records just keep piling up.
Well, like you said at the top of the show, we're looking at a very talented team. 11 Panthers have been into the end zone this season.
There's a plethora of Panthers who are all-stars this year. And
yes. Matt Arvanitis was the offensive MVP of the Tri-Valley League. And Mitch Gimblett was the co-defensive MVP of the league. Nick Cotting with the kick.
fake reverse.
Taken at the 15. And Westwood sneaks out the back door. But Tim Aylward tracked him down. But not before he's into Panther territory. The other Holliston All-Stars, number 21, Tristan Benson, number 2, Topher Ryan, number 55, Zach Athey, number 54, Ryan Burchard, number 11, Christian Schneelock, and number 32, Kevin Lyons. Honorable mention were number 4, Connor Mulvaney, number 51, David Harding, number 9, Tim Aylward, and number 3, Teddy Radcliffe. So 12 Panthers on the All-Star team this year. And 6 of them are coming back next year.
Yeah, there's a lot coming back next year.
Wolverines haven't gotten anything going in this first half. They only have 24 yards of offense.
Pitch to Fay. Tries the left side. Tripped up after a short gain. Second down and 6.
Yeah, what you said, Los, they had, 24 before that play, and now they've got maybe, I don't know, 29, 30, whatever it is. You know, with a minute 42 left to go in the first half, and once again, this defense is playing up to its clippings.
Pfaff looking to pass. He's in trouble. Aylward, or Timmy Aylward, number 9, with the sack. Loss on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Is that Holliston calling a timeout, I guess?
We got a timeout, Holliston, with 1:15 to go, and we'll take a quick break. All right, 3rd down and 9 for Westwood. 1:15 to go in the first half. 15 to nothing Panthers. Pfaff to throw. Down the middle, incomplete.
And actually, that kind of helps Holliston not getting that sack because they don't have to spend a timeout for the clock to stop with 1:09. 4th down here. Let's see if they're going to get the ball back or they're going to kick it to them or if they're just going to keep it up here. I guess they're going to punt. I mean, I would punt if I was them because the last thing you ever want to do is give Holliston a short field. But the other thing is when you punt,
as long as the field is 100 yards, it's a short field for Holliston.
That's right. I don't know how I ever made it through life without you. You come up with the most incredible things. Schneelock back for the punt. Holliston just wants to make sure that it is a punt. see any gunners like they're going down the field, but
Took a delay of game
delay a game.
to back them up 5 more.
Delay of game against Westwood will push them back 5.
The clock wasn't running.
I'm not sure what that was all about.
Now to 46.
So Westwood ready to punt.
Now a punt.
Nice punt.
Punts away and into the end zone.
And there'll be a touchback.
That's why they wanted to back him up.
So a touchback for the Panthers. They'll take over on their 20-yard line.
1:02 left to go in the half. 80 yards away is Holliston from another score. They have 15-0.
So the last drive we saw was all war for the Panthers. Looks like they're going to spread it out this time. So twin receivers to both sides of the formation.
From the 20.
Arvanitis on the draw play.
Quarterback draw for a couple.
He picks up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. Holliston hustles to the line.
Clock running, 47 seconds left to go in the half.
Arvanitis looks to his right. Now he scrambles to his left.
It's a flag on the play.
Complete pass.
Yeah, this might be coming back. Let's see.
Nice
if this
catch
is
on the sideline by
Yeah.
Schneelock.
They're signaling holding.
holding for Holliston, so this will be coming back.
Coming back. Panthers are called for holding.
This is going to back Holliston up with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
But according to Tom's math, it's still a short field. The only thing is you do want to be careful with the ball down at this end of the field. You know, you want to make sure that you protect that ball.
The ball's on the 8, 2nd and 25. Arvanitis is going to take it himself. Sees some open room. He's out of bounds,
Whoa.
short of a first down.
Wisely went out of bounds. Very nicely done. Short of the first down, but he was able to save that timeout. I think Holliston might have one left.
So stops
left,
the
yep.
clock with 24 seconds to go. 3rd and 4. So a great little scamper there. 21 yards for Arvanitis. Arvanitis on the keeper. This time Westwood able to bring him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And I don't think if neither team calls a timeout here, that's going to be the last play with 10 seconds left, 9. Oh, and there's a player down, so we'll take a timeout.
So Holliston with 4th down and 3. 8 seconds to go in the first half. And Kevin Lyons drops back to punt for Holliston.
Another timeout.
Timeout Westwood. We'll take a quick break. All right, 4th and 3 for Holliston. Lions back to punt. 8 seconds to go in the first half. 15-0 Panthers.
Lions gets it out of there.
Ball bounces at the 45 and takes a Holliston roll.
That'll do it.
And that's the end of the first half. Holliston leads Westwood 15-0 on Thanksgiving Day 2019. We'll be back with the second half action in just a moment.
Number 1, Joe Cassidy. Joe's parents, Jim and Diane, will be accompanying him. Next up, number 2, Topher Ryan. His parents, Tom and Diane, are here today, and his sister, Emily. Number 5, Brian Gary. His parents, Steve and Joanne, brothers Mike and Tim, and Leah and Grandma Claire, all out here to welcome him to his final game as a Holliston High School Panther. Number 8, Sean Geist. Sean will be greeted by his parents, James and Suzanne, sisters Lauren, Allie, and brother Justin. Sean Geist, number 8. Number 10, Noah Salem. His parents, Tony and Carrie, brother Eben, and sister Coco. Number 15, Seth Bello. Guy and Dina, his parents, his brother Ian, sister Noelle, and Grandma Patty, all here to greet. Number 26, Lucas Gomes. His mom, Solange, and sister Mariana. We'll meet him at the 50. Jake Wilcox, number 31. Keith and Amy Wilcox, his parents, sisters Molly, Nora, and Shayna. Number 50, Gabriel Medeiros. His parents, Nelson and Tia. Number 51, David Harding. David's parents, Dan and Liz, and brother Devin. Number 56, Ryan Cahill. His mom, Robin, and grandmother, Barbara. Meeting him at the 50. Number 57, Rob Quinsani. His parents are Rich and Carol. Big number 77, Christopher O'Connell. Kevin and Joanne out to meet him. Number 4, Connor Mulvaney. His parents are John and Joan, brother Ryan and Mark, sister Emma and Ashley, the Mulvaney clan. Number 6, Matt Arvanitis. John and Tina, his parents, and his brother Brad. Congratulations, Matt, on a great career. Number 22, Dylan Ibbotson. His parents are Stephen and Christina, brothers Brennan and Aiden, grandparents Donald and Tita Ruby, and their aunt Tia Tatiana. Number 24, Mitchell Gimblett. Parents Peter and Mary, sisters Shelby and Paige, and his brother Matt. And last but not least, it took me all year to pronounce it correctly, Ryan. Ryan Burchard. Scott and Catherine are his parents and his brother Sam. Those are your seniors for 2019 football season, class of 2020. And we have a couple of members of the cheer squad we'd like to recognize now, please. The first is Sarah Kavanaugh. Her parents are Billy and Kathy and her brother Sean. And another senior is Cammie Bolin. Thank you, guys. Parents are Patrick and Rachel. Thank you all, everyone. My parents Carla and Dan Bilger. Ben Cray, Tom and Leah. Megan Gentile, escorted by Lynn and Joe. Brendan Irons, his parents Michael and Ann. Next up is Henry Tate, his mom Michelle Tate. Ryan Taylor, parents are Lisa and David and brother Michael. Michael Lola, his parents John, Gertrude, Lola. Chris Walters, Kathy and Ed. Hannah Wolfgang, Dad Mark Wolfgang. Curtis Lim, his dad Eric. We'll get the bouquet. 4 seniors who couldn't be here: Sophia Braun, Sophie Bauer, Isabella Caresia, and James Zucco. Thank you very much to the Holliston High Band. The girls' soccer team, not all of them could be here, but many are, after an unbeaten season. Congratulations.
Now Carlos Canto with Los's halftime lowdown.
Thanks, Tom. The score after one half of football: Holliston 15, Westwood 0. Kind of a tight score line, but the stats really showing a completely different story. It's complete domination by the Panthers in that first half. 10 first downs for the Panthers, only 1 for Westwood. 184 total yards of offense for the Panthers, 25 yards of offense for Westwood. So the Panther defense really getting it done in the first half. 57 yards passing for the Panthers, 127 yards rushing, 24 yards passing, only 1 yard of rushing offense from the Westwood Wolverines. Both teams playing clean football, no turnovers. But there have been some great plays on defense. 2 sacks for the Panthers, 1 sack for Westwood. Third down conversions, very hard to come by in this game so far. Holliston 1 of 6 and Westwood 1 of 6. Individual contributors for the Panthers: quarterback Matt Arvanitis is 6 of 14 for 57 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Tristan Benson is the leading rusher. He's got 69 yards on 11 carries, including 1 rushing touchdown. Mitch Gimlet's got the other rushing touchdown. He's got 23 yards on 3 carries. Leading receiver for the Panthers is Brian Gary. He's got 3 catches for 28 yards. For Westwood, quarterback Jake Pfaff is 4 of 12 for 24 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He's also their leading rusher with 13 yards on 5 carries. Defensively for the Panthers, leading tackler is Tim Aylward. He's got 3 recorded tackles. Like I said, some big plays on defense from these Panthers. Christian Schneelock with 2 big pass breakups. Ryan Stanwood and Dylan Ibbotson have a pass breakup apiece as well. And the sack in the first half coming from Tim Aylward. He actually has 2 sacks in that first half. For more stats and information on the Holliston Panthers, you can follow us on Twitter at HCatFootball, and that's the lowdown.
Thank you, Luce. Well, this is the 47th meeting on Thanksgiving Day for the Panthers and the Westwood Wolverines. Westwood leads the series 28-17 with 1 tie. Now they've met on non-Thanksgiving Thanksgiving games 9 times, and the Panthers lead non-Thanksgiving 7-2. But this meeting is the second youngest tradition, Thanksgiving tradition. In the Tri-Valley League, the youngest tradition is Bellingham at Norton today. And Norton is leading 14-6 at halftime. This is their 18th meeting. The 54th time Dover Sherburne is meeting Medfield, and Medfield is leading that 21-7. This is the 89th meeting of Millis and Medway. That's quite a rivalry. Medway leads that rivalry 48-36, and they are leading at the half. Medway's leading at the half 28-7. The newest members of the Tri-Valley League are meeting. The Dedham is hosting Norwood in their 91st meeting.
Wow.
That's nothing.
Norwood leads that series 48-40, 2 ties. Norwood leading 7-0 at half. And then the big granddaddy of them all.
There you go.
The 96th time Ashland and Hopkinton meet. It's at Hopkinton High School today. Hopkinton leads that series 51-39 with 5 ties, and Hopkinton leads 13-7 at half. And I did find a Twitter feed that was saying that Dom Cavanaugh threw a touchdown pass in that game.
Well,
so Ashland Clockers are undefeated and headed to the Super Bowl in Gillette Stadium next week.
Well, Hopkinton may lead in that series, but I'll tell you what, Tom, they didn't win 1 game in that series in 65, 66, and 67. That's all I really care about.
That's all you care about. Nick Cotting with the kick as we start the second half. comes down at the 5-yard line. And Panthers catch up with him around the 25-yard line, and that's where Westwood will start 1st and 10.
And just so everybody knows, if you're watching the game today, there's a real wind that's really come up. It's blowing from your left to your right. And Westwood will be going right into that wind. It just really, it gusted a few minutes ago.
Right.
It's really coming in. It's supposed to be 40-mile-an-hour winds at some time today. I don't know if that hit 40, but it was pretty gusty. I know, I'm sorry, Los. I didn't mean to take the weather away from you there.
No, that's okay.
Jake Pfaff. Intercepted by Christian Schneelock.
Well, I call him a shutdown corner, and that's why right there. He's just, he's amazing now. One thing that happened there in Pfaff's favor, not favor, but in his defense, is that wind just came right up again, and that pass was really short. That ball would probably gone a lot longer without the wind. But Schneelock was there, played it right nicely, and was able to go down and get the ball and make the catch, give Holliston the ball with 11:39 left to go in the third and 15-0 lead.
Christian Schneelock, his 4th interception of the season. 2 of those interceptions he's taken back to the house for pick sixes.
Now, Holliston's got the wind, and it is kind of gusty out there, so let's see if Coach Kiley throws a deep pass here.
Arvanitis hands off, takes the handoff to Benson. He breaks through the line. Nice block downfield by Brian Gary. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, they all bought that fake. It was a beautiful fake to Benson. Everybody bought that fake, and Matt Arvanitis, when I don't know if he was untouched, but pretty much untouched, right down that far sideline for the touchdown.
What an opening to the second half for the Panthers. Matt Arvanitis taking it 40-something. What was the
43?
43 yards to the house. Connor Mulvaney lines up for the extra point. High snap, but Brian Gary gets it under control, and the kick is good. So with 11:27 left in the third quarter, it's 22-0 Panthers.
Nice job. There you go. The defense getting that ball back for the offense on the very first play, and the offense scoring on their very first play.
So Matt Arvanitis, that's his, that's the eighth touchdown of his Panther career, the 5th of this season. Connor Mulvaney, the 67th extra point. What a start to the second half.
Offense, defense, special teams, they can do it all.
Nick Cotting ready to kick off again. Drives the kick, and it bounces into the end zone.
Yeah, that cannot be run out. That can't be run out of the end zone. So they'll put the ball down at the 20. Is it 20 or 25? 20-yard line.
They're going to mark it out to 20.
Talking a little bit about Panther alumni some might be here at the game, but who are still in college playing football. Well, one graduate now, number 16 for the Bentley Falcons, Grant Buchanan, a senior, 224 points, 97% on extra point attempts, and he was named All New England. He was named All New England 10 kicker, and also Sam Athey, a safety at Stonehill College, 68 tackles. He was named to the All-Star team in the New England 10.
Looks like we got Matt Arvanitis playing some defense here too. Deep safety.
No gain there for Westwood. Also playing football still, Jack Barrett's now a junior at Trinity College. He's a tight end. He's got a couple of catches this season. And they had a win over Hamilton University where Sam Ratcliffe is a junior starting linebacker for Hamilton. And then also Mark Mulvaney has been the starting center at Tufts University.
Oh.
Second and 10. Pfaff back to pass. Fires to his right. To his left. Incomplete.
Again, Holliston now keeps putting the pressure on Pfaff.
They'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
See, he's going, it looks like a couple times now, Pfaff's kind of gone a little bit shorter, just a few steps back and going for the shorter passes.
Pfaff fires a short one to his right, immediately tackled by number 22. Ibbotson with the tackle.
And Holliston will receive a punt.
So 4th down and 9 for Westwood. Clock running with 10 minutes and 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
This punt will be against the wind, so it's may not go far, but it also sometimes is a little tricky to field when it's against the wind like that. And fumble! Ooh. And whoa, that ball might go backwards.
Straight up.
Oh, goes forward.
And touchdown by Ibbotson at the 20-yard line. So that 0 yard, you got that net 0 yards on that punt there, Los. I did that math in my head.
It's really good.
Actually, I think that was Kevin Lyons. I think that was number 32,
Yeah, 32
Kevin
was on the
Lyons, who
return.
got that.
Yep.
Boy, Kevin could have picked that up and ran and got himself a touchdown. $9:43 left to go in the 3rd quarter here, 22-0 Holliston. And I'm sure you know some of these kids, Tom, next year will be playing at the next level. Some of the seniors for Holliston.
Right. Panthers hustle to the line. Fake handoff. Arvanitis takes it off the right side.
Time to recognize some of the big guys up front. Patrick Griffin, Robert Payne, Christopher O'Connell, and Ron Quincy.
Second down and 4 for Holliston. Arvanitis looks to his right, back to his left. He's scrambling.
Pass is incomplete.
So incomplete. Bring up 2nd down or 3rd down.
Yeah, he went to his left there, and you know he threw back across towards a little bit towards the center of the field, and I'm not quite sure if someone broke off a pattern that he didn't recognize, or broke off one of the routes or something, but there was nothing there. But he did get some good blocking by that offensive line and got a little bit of time there.
Thanks.
Now this is interesting. Arvanitis goes. Oh, that's not Arvanitis. I'm sorry. I thought it was Arvanitis out to the left.
Hand off to Ibbotson. Ibbotson off the left side. Looks like he's got a 1st down. So the Panthers move the chains with 8:44 left in the 3rd quarter, leading 22-0.
You know, while we're giving shout out to all the seniors, we want to give a shout out to our senior too, Owen Ratcliffe, who did a great job doing play-by-play.
He really did.
8.5 to go in the 3rd.
So 1st and 10, 1st and goal for the Panthers. Fake to Ibbotson. Arvanitis takes it on the right-hand side.
Flag on the
Dragged
play.
down.
back on Holliston.
Let's see where they mark the ball.
Up in the back will drive him back.
Actually, no. Ball holding. Either way, it's against the Panthers.
So Holliston will do first and goal again, this time.
18.
18.
So they do mark the ball at the 18.
First and goal from the 18.
Arvanitis rolls out to his left.
Still has it.
Fires in the end zone. Wide open. Mitch Gimblett. Touchdown! Touchdown, Panthers!
What a beautiful route. Gimlet came down and right down the sideline, turned to his left and came right across the field. Arvanitis rolling to his left, was able to set, throw, and a nice throw and a nice catch. And once again, that blocking, Westwood came out today really on fire. Their defense really was doing a really good job containing Holliston, but now that offensive line is taking over. Ever since Holliston went to the war offense and their offensive line took over, and they remain to be in control of this ball game.
Mulvaney's kick is up and good. And so with 7:56 left in the third quarter, the Panthers are up 29-0. Mitch Gimblett, that's his second touchdown of the game, his 12th of his Panther career. Matt Arvanitis, that is touchdown pass number 33 of his career with the Panthers.
I remember, I think we told the story once before, Tom. Matt Arvanitis was a sophomore. We were here, and he got in the game, the Thanksgiving Day game, and you were saying, that this young sophomore, but he looked a little smallish back then, and he was all over the field, and you were telling me how athletic he was. And boy, oh boy, were you right about that. He's
had a great career. Matt Arvanitis, that is his 33rd touchdown pass. He is fourth all-time for the Panther quarterbacks, just behind Jack Barrett with 34. He's also behind Matt Jay, and do you know who number one is?
Sean Mayo?
Sean Mayo is number one, 47 touchdown passes.
Back then, that's when they really started throwing the ball a lot more, because they had a lot of other really, really good quarterbacks. Our own Joe Santos, who's a coach here on the coaching staff, a good quarterback, and Grady Capobianco, and Coach Kiley's had, and Tyler Perino. Coach Kiley's had some really good quarterbacks through the years. Dan Barone didn't really throw that much, but Dan Barone did a really nice job as a quarterback too.
Right. So 1st and 10 for Westwood. Pitch to Fay.
Short gain.
So Arvanitis is 4th in touchdowns all time and 4th in passing yardage. Benson, with his 33rd touchdown, is tied for 6th all-time, the all-time scoring by Panthers.
Wow. Now that goes way back.
He's tied with Matt Palomo, had 33 touchdowns for the Panthers.
You can go back in some of the old timers there, of course, Gary Alger and some of those really old timers. I'm not sure where they stand there.
4th place is Dan Barone and Jake Frechette with 37. Nick Athey with 39. Alger is 2nd with 40, and number 1.
Zach Elkinson?
That's right, who's still mad about your comment about the return man. He's got 49 career touchdowns.
I'm going to hear about it from Zach. Zach, we love you, don't worry. Boy, was he special, wasn't he?
Yes. Never forget that 5-touchdown game in Gillette Stadium. 3rd down and 9 is stopped. Tackle there by number 54, Ryan Burchard.
That's a really nice job by Ryan. Ryan came out and caught fast from behind to make that tackle.
It'll be 4th and 7.
And so here comes the punt team for Westwood. At least one more time on these punts, I like to see David Harding get in. I don't know if he's in there now. Get in there and block a punt.
Punt is away.
Beautiful punt.
Bounces at the 48. Stopped at the Panther 47-yard line. 5:54 to go in the third quarter. 29-0. Holliston. Holliston exploding here in the third quarter. Arvanitis took it in from after the Christian Schneelock interception, took it 43 yards to the house. And then Arvanitis to Gimblett connected for 18 yards.
Matt Arvanitis, 7 of 16 for 75 yards passing. He's got another 66 yards rushing.
First and 10 for Holliston. Fake to Benson. Almost connected with Mulvaney there.
Yeah, Connor came out a little bit late there and into the onto the field, and they went right for him, right to him. A lot of firepower. Holliston's going to be losing next year, but they also bring back a lot of starters. As you said, Tom, 6 of the 12 All-Stars are coming back next year.
Hands it off to Ibbotson.
Oh, what a nice cut. Nice run.
Cross midfield to the 48. So second down and 5.
It's actually 3rd and 5. The stick is wrong. There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
3rd and 5.
thank you, Luz.
No problem. That's why I'm here.
That's why. 5:18, the clock's still rolling. 5:18 in the third quarter, 29-0. Looks like number 1, Joe Cassidy, the senior's in the running back position.
Arvanitis spins away from pressure. Fires to the middle of the field, incomplete. That brings up 4th and 5 for Holliston.
Looks like Holliston is keeping their offense on the field.
Holliston today is 2 of 4 on 4th down.
4th and 5.
Arvanitis throws to his left, complete. Brian Gary with his 4th catch of the night, or of the morning.
There's another guy, you know, Brian Gary. He has just really done it all this year. Offense, defense. You know, he runs the war offense a lot as a quarterback, and he's always seems to be getting open. He's kind of like one of those Edelman type players.
Right. Complete. Looking for Mitch Gimblett.
And that's how you attack the ball, too. When you're a receiver, what you want to do is you want to get those hands out there and go and get the ball, kind of like in basketball. Don't lay back and let that defender go get it. That's your ball. You go get it, and that's what Mitch did right there.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Arvanitis. Short completion.
Dylan
That was Ibbotson in the flat. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
Clock rolling, 3:25 left to go in the third. 29-0 Holliston.
Hand off to Ibbotson. Left side.
Oh, he had a nice hesitation move there, and I thought he was going to be able to get it to the outside, but a couple more
Really looked
defenders
like
came up.
Really looked like he might break that one.
No gain, 3rd and 9.
Pass, right hand side. He almost picked off.
That might have been 6.
Incomplete pass. Colin Fay had it. And then dropped it.
So 4th and 9 for the Panthers.
Panthers 3 of 5 on 4th down today. Converted their last 4th down attempt.
Empty backfield for Arvanitis. Fires.
Complete.
Caught.
Out to 3.
Nice one to Brian Gary.
I missed it. I missed who threw that block on. Somebody threw a tremendous block.
Right.
Was that Dylan Ibbotson? Somebody was down there. He threw
It was a
great block to free Arvanitis.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
You know, another player who really doesn't get mentioned a lot. He's a captain. He doesn't get mentioned a lot because he's not, you know, a skill position player. He's a lineman is Ryan Burchett, and he's having a heck of a game today, too.
Pitch to Ibbotson. Stop short.
Burchett, you know, he's the strongest guy on the team, and he's, you know, just a really good lead, just a good, solid leader. All these captains have really done a nice job with this team this year.
Yes. 2nd down and goal from the 1. Pitch to Ibbotson. Right side.
Just short.
No signal, so did not get in.
Stopped right at the goal line.
Clock is running, 105, 104 in the third quarter.
3rd and very little.
Let's see if we can get Dylan in here for a touchdown.
Pitch to Ibbotson again. This time he cuts it in. Touchdown,
There you go.
Panthers!
There you go.
Dylan Ibbotson from 1 yard out. Makes it 35-0. With 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Nice way to see Dylan cap off his senior year.
Mulvaney's kick is up and good.
Good, and the Panthers lead at 36-0. 30 seconds to go in the 3rd.
So it's 36-0 with 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Dylan Ibbotson with his 18th touchdown of his Panther career, his 6th on the season. Panthers are rolling here on Thanksgiving Day 2019.
Good chance to mention the coaches. I'll probably get yelled at later, but Todd Conley's amazing staff that puts in so many hundreds of hours making all this possible. Coaches, athletes.
You know, we want to thank. We're going to second here, Tom. I want to take some time and thank on Thanksgiving. You know, you always thank a lot of people you thankful for. And we're thankful for the great staff we have here at HCAT. You know, Bruce Guilfoyle is here today, and Los, and you, and you know, we'll get some more names here in a second.
Cotting's kick skitters and goes into the end zone for a touchback.
But we also had, you know, Brian Winston helped out doing some play-by-play for us, and Owen Ratcliffe, and then, you know, we've had the guys down who've done the camera work, you know, Christian Boudet and Jeremy Krause and Mark Dennison and Chris, you know, lovely Lisa up on the phone, and then Chris McNerney, who does a great job editing.
Yeah,
he does the editing, you know, and like I said, Bruce does this, bringing you these live telecasts. He puts this whole thing together and everything. And this HCAT crew, it's a good team, really fun to work with, and you know, just like Coach Kylie's staff, we've been around a long time too. So, you know, I want to thank all of the HCAT people and all our viewers. Oh, what a hit right there!
We've really been fortunate to cover Panther football these last. Well, we've probably done it for 15 years, but the last 11 years, I did this stat. Last 11 years, they've made the playoffs 10 of the last 11 years, and they're 104 wins and just 23 losses in 11 years.
And there's a lot of people giving us the credit for that great record too, you know.
An amazing 55-8 record here at Kamitian Field. As we come to the end of the third quarter, Panthers 36, Westwood nothing. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. All right, here we are to start the fourth quarter. It's second down and 6 for Westwood.
Oh,
Wildcat Fay, and he's got enough for the first down.
Direct snap.
A little bit different look for Westwood.
Once again, we'll read off all of the seniors, but I just want to mention the senior captains again: Mitch Giblett, Dylan Ibbotson, Matt Avanitis, Ryan Burchard, and Connor Mulvaney. And great job they've done leading this ball club.
First down for Westwood, direct snap.
Oh, who was that? Another nice hit.
That was Connor Mulvaney.
Connor Mulvaney. I just said his name and he came up and do it. Nice job, Connor. Make me look pretty good. That takes a lot.
Seth Bellow, number 15, checks into the lineup. Number 31, Jake Wilcox, checks into the lineup too. Seeing a couple of new faces.
Here comes a blitz.
Intercepted!
Harding.
By David Harding. Wow!
On the last quarter of the year, we might have our man.
I tell you.
We might have our Matt Mealy winner right there.
It wasn't much of a run, though.
He went right up and just took that ball right out of the end. That ball was thrown pretty hard right in front of him. Boy, oh boy, was that a special catch.
That was.
Wow.
Sometimes you see the ball bounce up to the defender like that, but just to snag it out of the air like that.
Boom. You know, he's trying to tell Coach Kylie, I should have been a tight end. You know? David Harding, boy, does he deserve. I mean, he's just played sensational this year. He's always there. He's always, you know, every game we seem to say this. He's always there, blocking a punt or coming near to block a punt or sacking a quarterback. He breaks through. He always does a nice job with that.
So, Holliston out for war right now. Benson to the right, Ibbotson to the left. Pitch to Ibbotson. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain. Dylan Ibbotson stopped inside.
Well, the clock will be running. This is running time now. There's 9:13 left. So other than maybe an injury or a call timeout or something, they'll They'll just let the clock run.
Double reverse to Benson, and he is
Bye
off
bye.
to the
Bye
races.
bye. Yep.
Touchdown, Panthers!
No, this is gonna, and then there's gonna be another penalty on Westwood too, because for some reason that Westwood player had to just got on top of a Holliston guy, and he's gonna be ejected from this game. Some reason he just jumped on a Holliston player and just started wailing him. I couldn't believe that. But what a great run by Benson. Great call, too, on a reverse on that. You know, we always call for the pass off of that offense, but we don't really see reverses like that on the offense, on the War offense that much. Connor Mulvaney lines up for the extra point.
Mulvaney's kick is up and good. And so with 7 minutes and 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter, the Panthers lead 43-0 here on Thanksgiving. Tristan Benson, that's his 34th touchdown of his Panther career. A beautiful 24-yard reverse.
Yeah, I'm sure now, Tom, in Los, we're going to start seeing some other players start getting in on the offense and defense here.
Let me go down the list because it's long. Number 1, Joe Cassidy. This is the 2019 seniors. Topher Ryan, number 2. Number 4, Connor Mulvaney. Number 5, Brian Gary. Number 6, Matt Arvanitis. Number 8, Sean Keast. Number 10, Noah Salem. Number 15, Seth Bello. Number 22, Dylan Ibbotson. Number 24, Mitch Gimblett. Number 26, Lucas Gomes. Number 31, Jake Wilcox. Number 50, Gabe Medeiros. Number 51, David Harding. Number 54, Ryan Burchard. Number 56, Ryan Cahill. Number 57, Ryan Quinzani. And number 77, Chris O'Connell.
Ball's placed down because of the penalty.
Panthers cover the kick at the 10-yard line.
Nice job.
Gimblett got down there quick.
Well, Tom, well, you're the ghost of Thanksgiving past. I'm going to be the ghost of Thanksgiving future here. Listen to these names coming back. Teddy Ratcliffe. Right, we have Timothy Alwood. We have Christian Schneelock. I'm just going to see if we can hit some of these. Ryan Stanwood's back. Tristan Benson is back. Nick Cotting is back. These are guys that you've heard of, you know, pretty much all year long here.
Yeah.
Who else? I don't want to miss anybody. Kevin Lyons is no, wait a minute. Kevin Lyons is back, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Justin Baddock is back.
Baff on the keeper.
Fumble. And Holliston got it. Let's see what they call this, if he was down or not.
No. And it is Holliston ball.
Just want to finish this this list here. Zach Athey's back next year. He's an all-star. Who else we got here? Robert Payne and Brendan Ibbotson and Patrick Griffin, all sophomores in that line. What a line they're going to have for the next 2 years. The next 2 years. Tristan Benson must be licking his chops knowing those guys are coming back. And then, and the other one is who we didn't get to see much because he really got hurt this year is Kevin Belowitz. And I'm not sure if he'll be the quarterback or not, but right now, he might be. Hopefully he'll get
We got a timeout on the field, so we'll take a quick break. All right, Panthers break the huddle. 1st and 10, Holliston.
got a whole new crew in there.
Andrew Del Ponte, number 12, in at quarterback. He hands off to number 27. That's D'Angelo. Derek D'Angelo. You know, want to give another shout out to senior Dylan Ibbotson. His 1,000 yards of career rushing yardage, 18 touchdowns, a great milestone for him. Topher Ryan, after the injury the other week, but catching a pass to give him 50 on his career and over 1,000 yards rushing, moving into the 4th all-time position. That's great for Topher. 2nd down and 5. Del Ponte takes it himself up the middle. Close to a 1st down. And then Matt Arvanitis with his, he's got 3,100 all-time passing yards. He's number 4 all times on touchdown passes. He just had a great career. And Tristan Benson moving up to number 5 in all-time touchdowns with 34. So first, they call it 3rd down and 1. Faked.
Oh, great fake.
Faked.
Oh, what a
Del
run!
Ponte into the touchdown, Panthers!
What a run by Del Ponte. Nice
Andrew
job.
Del Ponte with the
Look at
fake
the
to
excitement.
D'Angelo, and then made his way into the end zone to become the 12th touchdown
They
by
are
a
really
Panther
excited.
this season.
They are really excited. Look at those guys down there celebrating. You gotta love that. Absolutely gotta love that.
Complete second unit came in, and Del Ponte with a touchdown score.
A complete second unit of the offensive line came in too, and they gave them a few good runs. Nice job by them. Mulvaney lines up for the extra point.
Kick is up and good.
That's the 50th point for Holliston, 50-0.
So what a Thanksgiving for Holliston against Westwood.
Clock is running here, Tom. Excuse me. 1:05 left in this ball game. One thing I do want to do too. We talked about who's back next year. I hope I'm not being presumptive about this, but I think if these particular people I talk about come back next year, Holliston's going to be in good shape.
Time to reload.
That's head coach Todd Kiley, assistant head coach Jim Perry, Bob Murphy, who does a great job. He really helps out. He's been here with Coach Kiley for years. Paul Athey, who does the coaches of defense. Nick Stevens, who has the backs and the D-backs and whoever he's got there. And the two freshman coaches, Joe Santos and Kevin Lamarck, who also do a great job with this varsity team. And I went to a Natick game. Holliston played Natick, and Holliston was down with 34 seconds left. Holliston scored 2 touchdowns because one of them was Coach Santos called an onside kick, and the kick went way downfield, and one of the Holliston players, the son of our own Mark Dennison, was able to make the recovery, and Holliston went in and scored with very little time left. And that's the ball game.
All right. Holliston 50-0 over Westwood here in the 47th meeting on Thanksgiving. I didn't mention of seniors, Connor Mulvaney with that extra point kick gives him 70 point-after touchdowns for his Panther career.
Wow.
Second all-time only to Christian Baker, and it also ties his record of 5 point-after touchdowns versus Westwood, which he had in 2017 with Matt Jay in 2013. And we got a final lowdown. And now Carlos Canto with Los's final lowdown.
Thank you, Tom. The final score from Kamitian Field. It's all Panthers in this one. They come away with the win 50-0 over their Thanksgiving Day rivals, the Westwood Wolverines. You know, this was a fairly tight game at halftime. Panthers only had a 15-0 lead after 2 quarters. However, they just exploded in the second half for 35 points. Held the Wolverines to under 100 yards of total offense. Westwood only had 37 yards of offense in this game across all 4 quarters. On the other hand, Panthers
Happy Thanksgiving.
with 352 yards of total offense, 17 first downs for Holliston, only 2 first downs for Westwood, 119 yards passing, 233 yards rushing for the Panthers, 22 yards passing, 15 yards rushing for Westwood. The only turnovers in the game were a fumble by Westwood that Holliston did recover. Sacks, Holliston had 2, Westwood had 1. 2 other tackles for loss for the Panthers. They had 4 on the day. And then third down conversions, Panthers were 4 of 11, Westwood only 1 of 8. For the Panthers, quarterback Matt Arvanitis, 11 of 23 for 119 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, a very efficient game in his last game of his high school career. Leading rusher was Tristan Benson, just 5 yards short of 100. He had 95 on 12 carries. That did include 2 big touchdowns in this game. The other touchdowns were spread across a wide variety of players. Dylan Ibbotson, Matt Arvanitis, Mitch Gimblett, Chris Del Ponte, all with rushing touchdowns. The other leading rushers in this game were Arvanitis with 66 yards and Dylan Ibbotson in his last game of his career. He has 32 yards rushing on 11 carries. Leading receivers for the Panthers, Brian Gary, 56 yards on 5 catches, and Mitch Gimblett, 46 yards on 3 catches, including 1 catch that went for a touchdown. Defensively for the Panthers, lots of big players here on defense. David Harding, Sean Keese, Tim Aylward, Kevin Lyons leading the way with tackles in this game. Tim Aylward had 2 big sacks. Ryan Cahill with another half a sack in this game. Connor Mulvaney and Dylan Ibbotson with big tackles for loss. And then the big fumble recovery in this game, I believe that was Connor Mulvaney with the fumble recovery at the end of the game. I didn't quite get that. Then Christian Schneelock with a big interception as well, along with David Harding. He had that interception in the second half. For more stats and information on the Holliston Panthers, you can follow us on Twitter at HCatFootball. That's the lowdown. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you, Los. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I want to also thank Bruce Guilfoyle up here, who did both the streaming video and the big camera. Also want to thank a couple guys up here who are up here with us all the time. Jack Harper with the dulcet tones. Is that the dulcet tones?
Yes.
And Billy Playlist Bridges. And special thanks today. And one of the things I know I'm giving thanks for, and a lot of people around here giving thanks for, Tom, is your great recovery. You know, everybody thinks the world of you. And we're just so proud.
Thankful.
We're just so proud of the work you put in, and you know, you and I, we were at a passing league game the night before you had your incident there, and you know, and I got the call and we got the thing from Cal, and we thought that you would not even be back at all this year, and here you are coming back in that Ashland game, and you haven't lost a step. And we love you, and we're so happy for your thing. So happy Thanksgiving, buddy. And we'll see you all next year.
Panthers strong.
All right. Take care. Final score from Kamitian Field, Holliston 50, Westwood nothing. See you next year, everybody. Goodbye.
Happy Thanksgiving.